what's her name? Pam Ernst was at a meeting with us not too long ago, and she said we should have never tried to put the well there because they tried to put it there 30 years ago and it didn't work. There's something wrong with the soils below it. And I remember walking by there and I was looking to see the driller, to see if he was taking soil samples, and he never took soil samples. So that's consistent with something was wrong with that site. We shouldn't abandon that site for some reason.
Well, hell, that site was built, this town was established, what, 1908?
Yeah.
Well, that's about the time that well was put in.
Oh, the original one?
Yeah. Well, when the Navy was there, the Navy probably put that well in.
That could be.
What well?
Maybe the site by the. I don't know this.
How many wells
Yeah,
do we
because
have, too?
this was the Navy base when they first started.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But I don't think they didn't have.
Test station. They used to say years ago, you probably remember that, you drive by the streets clean a natural linden, half the houses would jump up and salute.
Okay. They probably didn't even have any water back
Yeah,
then.
they took old
Oh, yeah,
furnaces
they
and
could
put
show
it
you
together, yeah.
Really?
Well, somebody
Where
showed
are
me an
they?
old picture of the
I can
town.
show you the-
and
Are
it
they
was
on the
just a
Fall
bunch of
Farm?
Quonset huts.
No, I can
No.
show you the Navy
Yeah, it was the
wells,
airport
I can show
and a
you
bunch of
the Inyokern
Quonset
wells.
huts.
Okay, you know where they are.
The
You have
shop
to
was
drive in the
whole
desert?
No, one of the Inyokern wells, right here, they capped it years ago.
Oh, they capped it. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did they cap it?
Well, I mean, it's only 50 years, 60, 100 years old, why not? I mean.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing left there where they could put another well
I
there?
took a guy from IWV, it was about 5 years ago, and I showed him every open hole in this valley is not even capped. And I can show you that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, it costs a lot of money to cap it right.
No,
You know?
I mean, the varmints fall down and all, that's your water table. And all the wells in the Seabees, they built about, 500 of them out here and up there.
You want water?
Yeah, just to
Okay.
check that, just to test the water.
Oh, testing wells. Yeah.
But they capped theirs.
Yeah.
And they're made small holes. They're 14-inch
Mm.
spaces.
Well, hell, the Seabees, the China Lake, they've drilled all kinds of wells out
Yeah.
here. It's a training deal. They come in and the guys drinking.
Yeah.
If they got out a map and everything, so they look like Swiss cheese, all the holes they got in the ground, and they're down into the water table.
Sheesh. That's
Oh,
right. It
wow.
messes up the water
Yeah,
table too.
just
I'm
They're
looking
drilling
for
for
the
more than that.
example.
practicing and
Like
check.
people came in here to
Oh,
move this
oh,
whole place
that's
around.
That's right.
I don't know where they did
Yeah.
That's what they're
Well,
looking
no,
for.
they shouldn't have
Ah,
opened anything.
That's right.
But yeah, I guess it's.
Hey,
Well, no, they
I
should
did
not
some
have, but-
stuff for the DOE.
I don't know where they did.
And they would have like a report of a leak, some kind of contamination, it'd be a plume, And so they would send an investigator out. The investigator would look, and he couldn't find it because he wasn't looking in the right place. So the report would be report of a leak, and so and so checked it, and we can't confirm it, so never mind. Then there was an entire filing system, and they all said the same thing. Every single report said the same thing, and then somehow it got, it was embarrassing, and that whole filing system disappeared overnight.
Oh, I don't know how that
Anyway,
works.
so that's the DOE for you. So anyway,
I got them at 3:30
I
this
started
morning.
ranting already. I shouldn't have
Mather
started.
Brothers, you're trying to poison
Yeah, those guys sell this ice all the time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It don't taste like milk. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just sure she wanted my autograph.
Okay. All right. So where's the agenda? Oh, wait. I don't
Okay.
see. Is there an extra agenda down that way?
Yes. Didn't I get the one?
You probably did.
See, it was
I've got-
under there.
I'm
No,
done.
I'm
done.
sorry. I didn't give you one.
Okay.
Okay.
And we gotta figure out
Hello?
something to pound the table with, because we don't have our
You don't have your
Bang your water
lamp.
bottle.
Yeah, our lamp,
You don't
Oh,
have your
hammer
ballot,
left.
what do they call that?
Let me see that.
Maybe you can find a ball peen hammer or something.
How's it going?
oh, we use a salt shaker.
What are we? Oh, for your gavel?
I mean, at least make a little noise.
Oh, shit.
Colleen, do you want me to-
Almost time?
No, we got 5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes. Okay.
You want me to handle this while you handle that?
Well, I hate for you to have to answer the phone. Do you want me
Why?
to turn it
I'm
off?
recording it.
Recording the phone?
No, I'm recording the meeting. If I have something to say, I'm not shy.
Well, I know you're not shy. I'm saying, why do you want to answer the phone?
Do you want me to? Is what I asked you.
No,
Do you want me to handle
I'm
this?
really closed at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try and turn it down so it won't ring.
Okay.
No, I can't take it off the hook.
Oh, it has to. I think it has to go to voicemail.
Oh, yes, please, thank you. Oh, it's kind of hot in here. I turned the air on. Let me see if I can get it to go again, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce, George Carroll.
George Kroll.
Crow, that's how you
Oh.
say it. I'm sorry, I said it wrong.
I wouldn't
Yes.
worry about it. It's a weird name.
Okay.
George runs the manager.
I met you
I'm
this
the
morning.
general manager out at
Yeah.
Indian Wells. So just coming to see what's going on.
Welcome.
Oh, you bet.
Evan.
Nice to be here. Evan, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
And glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Huh?
Is that bad news for us?
That I'm here?
Yep.
It's always bad news when I show up because I charge a lot of money for my water.
I know.
Yes.
No, I would like to hope that, we can all work together to help the community.
Yes,
That's what I-
amen.
And you
That's
guys
all
have
we
always
wanna
helped
do.
us a lot.
Always.
We really appreciate it.
Just here to try to figure out what's going on. Get a
She
status.
closes in 2 minutes. She's closed.
We've got guys running water trucks until 10 tonight.
Yes. And people have water right now, and they're so happy.
I hope so. I've turned
Hey,
those
Kevin.
swamp coolers on and cooled it
Good to
down.
see you.
Yes, that's
Hello.
what they're doing.
Good. That's what we need to have happen.
We do have a few people in town that have some medical issues, one with a heart condition.
I think someone else is coming.
Kevin runs a geothermal plant up north.
No,
Or-
not no more.
I'm not up there.
Oh, you're not, oh, that's right, you're
Did
at
you
the base
retire?
now.
You retired?
Okay.
Oh, you went to the
They have
base?
a service you can call. They have a cooling center open.
My son's at Geo. He just started up there.
His mom and
Yeah.
dad take care of him. I don't
So-
think he's mobile. So he has caregivers. I know they were going out to that swamp cooler and filling it with water because he's not mobile. So they're an elderly couple with it. So, and then of course we have a lot of seniors out there.
We are being nice
We
tonight.
understand. That's why we're hauling water into your tank.
Hi,
That's what we can get for you.
are you here for the board meeting? Or are you here for water?
Is it open for the public or is it just? The...
Oh, no, it's
No, it's
open to the public.
Oh, okay, then that's what I'm here for.
Okay, yes, okay.
And we have some water if you'd like some.
I would love some.
Okay, and there
Okay.
is a sign-in sheet. We have plenty of water right
Here's
now.
the sign-in sheet.
Yeah, we got water from Las Vegas.
You see behind it, there's a mountain of
I'll
water.
grab one for
Yeah,
you.
it's got, what's it got, radiation in it though.
Some more of them floppy shoes.
Would you like water?
All of it.
Would you like some water?
Oh, I'm good.
You
Thank
good?
you so much.
How about you, Alex?
No,
How about you, Lee?
Oh, I'll take the water.
Okay.
Good.
Can you pass me
Oh, yeah.
mine? No, I'll get it. Just roll it to me.
Ah.
Yeah, thank
Hey,
you.
we did good.
Knock it all over. Like he was playing pool or.
No, I've not, I've been in touch with the city, but not even the county. We have been talking to the state about. Yeah, you gotta go to your control. But nothing I get to make a decision on, but I need to keep the board and informed and.
Well, they got that well out of there today.
How things move
Oh, they
forward.
pulled the well? On number 3? Oh, all right.
They're gonna have it run, when they gonna have to
I
get
was
it
down,
run?
I was down at 6:30 when they went by and I let them in.
Oh, I
We
guess
checked
I
it
need to, I'll take
we
it.
were
I'll
on
take
good.
it.
So they pull,
We have.
they
Yeah.
pull all the casing out, or all the sucker rods out of there?
No sucker rod
And
in it.
we're,
I went by, they had
Yes,
one,
about
they
time,
pulled one
right?
up out of
Pull
there.
them, well, they pulled the
it's
flop
a
out.
terrible time to have something
Yeah,
like this.
did they put that submersible under there?
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, okay. Well, that'll be good when we have that there, because it would keep the
See what the-
tank
They're
full.
pretty pricey, this guy.
Well, that's what we knew that.
Everything's
We knew
pricey
that.
anymore.
Yeah, we knew that.
At least he's local. He
Yeah.
cuts him out.
Okay, we're, all right, it's Monday, July 1st, 6 o'clock, meeting of the Board of Directors, special board meeting in Inyokern Community Services District. Okay, roll call, please.
Okay, Tim Carroll,
Here.
Roger Klein,
Here,
LV
Here.
Reynolds, Ernest, oh, Wally Ernst,
Here, the great, you forgot the great.
The great.
And Terry Leicester.
Okay. All right, next item is Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, look, we gotta find the flag.
Where's our flag? There it is.
Point it right direction.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That sounded like a choir. I'm impressed.
Beautiful.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Okay, item 3, that's the main item today, property tax rolls. Colleen, do you want to start the discussion?
Yes, I'll start the discussion. Okay, so the reason that we're here tonight is to approve our taxes for 50297, 50298, and 50299.
Okay, now do we have a list of the tax rolls to look at, or do you want to just talk about the resolution?
The resolution, and I'm gonna give you guys totals. Because
Okay.
if I showed you anything, you wouldn't really know what it was anyway.
I still wouldn't.
That goes for just about everything.
That's still all public record anyway, it can be gotten online anywhere.
Should be.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it is online.
On the
Mr.
county.
Thomas brought my
Yeah.
taxes up in my property in 10 seconds. So that can be done for anybody and anything.
Okay,
Right.
I did not do that.
Yes, you did, sir.
No, I didn't.
I was sitting in your house when you did it, looking at all your cash.
Okay.
okay, thank you. Okay,
So, all right, so, should we just go through the resolutions and approve
yes,
them?
we can go to, yes, we're gonna go
Okay.
through the resolutions and approve them. It's just as
Okay.
simple as that.
I feel like I'm getting a bum's rush here, but,
No,
You know,
you
I-
don't, if anybody else has anything to discuss about the tax fees, then we should do that right now.
okay.
Would you like me to tell each of you what the amount of the fees are next, or before
Sure.
we? Okay.
Sure.
Okay,
Thought you
so,
were gonna give us a paper.
no, you don't get a paper. If I, the only thing, if I give you a paper, the only thing it has is your guys' ATN numbers and your amounts. So if you looked at this, you wouldn't be able to tell whose property taxes
But that's
they
good.
are.
That's good.
You
We
know what I
don't-
mean?
We don't wanna know.
Okay.
Yeah, but we would like to know what the numbers are.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you guys. Okay, so our 50297, and that is our water, the water bond, and that's this one right here. That's
Okay,
your resolution
okay.
right there?
That's the original.
Yes.
Yeah, for the.
So the
okay.
CSD is gonna collect $48,993.53 this year.
Okay, and what is that compared to last year?
Nothing.
Last year was nothing on this?
Well, last year, remember, we were missing probably about 92 people off of this road. Right? About 92 people, I think it was.
There was around 100 people that were not. So you had people that were purposely removed off the tax roll and people who were erroneously moved off the tax roll in 2019, 2020.
Okay, and so how many this year do we have?
Oh, okay, that are going in? There are 309 people going
Oh,
in
okay.
on the 50297.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
That's for
that
the
sounds
original
good.
assessment minus 2 people that paid their assessments off
Okay.
early. One was a woman when the original assessment, the USDA loan in April of 1992
Okay.
was taken out, and the second one, this board approved to accept $1,038 in lieu of the $47,000 that taxpayer actually owed. I have no idea why you guys did it.
Well, isn't
and I
that the
can't find
county
minutes.
doesn't county do that? I mean, the tax
No,
assessor?
you guys accepted the payment in full, so I cannot charge that person for their share of the assessment for 50297, which is the USDA loan for $736,900.80 at 5.75% interest. That is a 38-year loan. You let them pay it off early, way early, and you didn't charge them what their share. You took $1,038 from them instead of the almost $48,000 which they were originally assessed
This,
for.
and this all happened at the beginning of the
No,
project?
this
or-
happened in the year 2017.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Well, who's gonna pay all these taxes?
I don't know.
No.
I wasn't on the board.
Because
Well,
You guys
I
anyway,
can pay my
so-
property taxes.
so, okay,
Let's
so-
don't start that
Yeah.
stuff now.
Let me just say this. That's already done.
Yeah. let's don't
Somebody signed off on it, it's done, we can't do anything about it.
Okay.
But we're not gonna let anybody else off, okay?
Let's don't start arguing.
Okay, so now we're gonna,
Wait,
okay, go
okay.
ahead, go
Keep in
ahead.
mind, if they paid off a loan early, that means they only own the interest on that loan to that date,
Right.
not for the full 25 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
how much they pay off at that, that's much cheaper.
Right,
Yes.
Yeah.
right, and which is their motive for paying, yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, we don't, there are a lot of stories about what's happened, so, okay.
I'd like to ask a question.
Sure.
I had asked the county about, paying, paying off, the taxes, you know, the loan,
Uh-huh,
about being able to pay off whatever was owed.
uh-huh,
Number one, I could not find out how much was owed.
okay.
And number two, they said the only time when somebody could have done that, this is from the county assessor's office.
Uh-huh,
I was told the only time that could have been done was in the very beginning.
okay,
So what she's talking about, I don't know what happened,
yeah,
but I was told it could only have been done, cause yeah,
okay.
You're right. You are correct.
Yeah.
It should have only been done in the very beginning when they got the loan for the water and the well, that USDA loan. And somebody was allowed to come in and wanted that $3,000 something a year taken off their taxes.
So, question from the back?
Yeah, basically you said there was 311 people, lots that were on the original loan, bond
I
issue.
think something like that, yeah.
Okay, any of these new ones that got water since then, have they added to that? Do they add to that or not?
No.
No,
No.
Okay, they're not involved in the loan, I guess.
Can I say
Yeah.
something about
Okay,
that?
sure,
Of the 309, if I'm not mistaken, that's the township of the serviceable area where the water actually goes to. Now, if it's in the street, they still get charged.
For the bond, yeah.
Yeah, for the bond, at that rate.
There were 310 properties that were originally assessed by the state and the county and the general manager at the time with a CPA and a legal firm. Those properties were assessed because the USDA wanted to know how are you going to pay the loan back. So each person had a share. So it was done as residential and non-residential. That's how it was done. That's their share of the loan. When I bought my house, I assumed that share of the loan. I pay it every year on my taxes, just like the other 310 people, minus the 2 that paid off, pay. Period. That's it.
But can I ask, there were back then, there still are now, vacant lots that they don't have water going to their lots, but they are still paying that assessment.
Yes, if they were on the original
So even if they
assessment.
have water added to, somebody buys an empty lot and they have the water hooked up, their assessment doesn't, for the water, for the loan, does not change.
No, it
It's
does
still
not.
the same.
No, but you
Right.
still have connection
Whatever it
capacity
is
and
in
meter
the 80s,
fees.
yeah.
About 93, 92, 93, 94, somewhere around there.
With the,
When the assessment for the loan was,
April of 1992.
yeah.
okay. All right, so, you're gonna, you told us one figure that had to do with what tax?
this one is the 50297.
Okay,
And that's the water. Now,
Okay.
the next one is 50298, and it is for hydrant, sewer, street lights, and the county charges us a little fee for
Okay.
every line, okay?
all right,
And that total for this year is gonna be 105,179.84.
okay, say that again?
105,179.84. And that's gonna be for 523 properties. 523, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's gonna be for 323
Okay,
properties,
okay.
yes.
So, so we're gonna ask the taxpayer to come up with, $100,000 in that, for, among those 30 properties, 30,
323
property,
property
okay.
owners, yes.
all right,
Yeah.
okay.
If I may, is that Ken going to increase our taxes again?
Okay, so this is how it works, and I pulled both ordinances and the resolution to back it up in the minutes. So for your property taxes, on your residential properties, except for Wally, because you got a triplex, on your homes. Sewer is $276. Streetlights is $18.50. Hydrants is $6. The county line fee is 20 cents. You are being charged $300.70 for sewer, lights, and hydrants. For your special assessment, if you have a residential home, it is going to be $75.07. Period.
Yes.
That's what every residential property is being charged. Wally, you're different. If you have commercial property, you're different. If you have 2 homes on a lot, you're getting charged the sewer twice. You're getting charged the lights twice. You're getting charged the hydrants twice. 1 county line fee. That's it.
Understand, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, is it, you adding a new bond issue or what?
No, this is the original, Alexi. These are the real ordinances and resolutions that actually govern this district and how it was always supposed to be done.
Now, is it a bond issue or is it a tax? It's a service fee, it's not a.
It's a fee, yes.
The
'Cause-
sewer is broken down, so if you break it down to your monthly, I think it's $26 a month or something per month.
I have to pay, I paid for the bond. but
You're
not
not
for the sewer.
on, Alexi.
Yeah.
I took you up. You know why? You're on a septic, sweetheart.
Yeah,
There are
Yes.
2 homes on
yeah,
septic.
but I only paid the one bond issue, I never
You
paid
pay
for the.
you're gonna pay $24.70 this year for lights and hydrants.
Yeah.
That's it, okay? And that's, you don't get charged sewer because you're on a septic.
Now, when you're saying multiple homes, you may wanna take a look, there's a lot of people out here in multiple homes in their lots now that were never zoned for it.
There's a
or
lot of
that
critter
don't have
houses
building
on their
permits.
property.
I know,
And I've
yeah.
been,
And
it
we
has taken me
counted.
months
We count, I
to
hope
fix
we got
32
everybody.
years of mismanagement on that tax roll. Months. And I looked up every single property by myself and checked out. Not only did I look it up on the assessor and the auditors, I went and looked it up on Google Maps, I drove by it, so I'm trying to get everybody perfect.
Yeah, but I'm saying is right now, if they have multiple homes in their lots, you can get some more tax revenue.
Yes.
It's gonna be a fight, but.
Well, okay, but we did that this time, so. Okay.
Okay, so,
Are there any other questions about the? Now, also 50299, we are not collecting anything delinquent. I put that on there because unless there are, we don't have any, are there delinquent taxes
We
that
don't
are?
know.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, that is, I wanted to talk to you guys about collecting. I don't even know if this is the time to bring that up.
It is not.
I'm gonna start, okay then, why don't we just pass 50299? Okay, cause it's gonna be for delinquent issues and it's gonna, pertain to the water. So we'll have that maybe at the next board meeting,
Okay.
okay?
All
Okay.
right.
We're on the table then.
okay. So, are we gonna vote on one of these resolutions?
Yes,
Okay.
well, actually, you are gonna vote on one.
Okay,
The 50298, cause 50297, you guys voted on it and it's not gonna ever change.
Okay.
That's the one for the assessment.
and, this is from years ago, 30
Yes,
years ago.
it is from, yes,
Okay,
that's
okay.
right.
All right. So, I guess, does somebody wanna have a motion to call for a vote on the, resolution 50298?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Okay.
Fairly painless.
That was very painless, thank you.
Okay. So, hey, we're gonna get out of here early.
Well, it used to be years ago, 502 was the same thing as drunk driving now.
Yeah,
Get them all all day long, there's a 502.
Okay, all right. So, now, is that the only one we have to vote on?
That's it.
Oh,
Well, yes, well, you voted, but this one never
Doesn't have to be,
changes.
okay.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah, and then we're
Okay.
just gonna, like I said, we're gonna leave table 50299.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, by the way, Colleen, we had this couple big emergencies the last couple weeks, and you're doing good.
Thank you, I
So
appreciate that.
I think our town really owes Colleen a appreciation.
How about a raise?
Well, there you go. First, we
You
gotta
should be
get.
at least making as much as,
That guy from Ridgecrest, he should be making my salary.
Yeah, that's.
Please.
Your job looks a lot harder than mine, by the way.
Well, at least it has been the last few weeks.
Well,
Yeah.
And you
yes,
gotta,
yes.
I'm the only guy who gets up early and takes care of business.
That's right. You've got the thing, well in hand.
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
I
so-
nobody gets up in the morning around
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You got a national emergency and everybody's snoring.
That's when you go into his house.
Well, except for
Yeah.
the city of Ridgecrest, I was gonna sleep in this morning, right? Well, Ken Silliman says, "Hey, can we meet with you today?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm coming in at 9 o'clock." And he goes, "Can you please come in at 8?" And I was like, and it's only 7. I'm just getting up. Okay, I'll come in at 8.
7 o'clock, we was taking that well apart over there.
Yeah, you guys
Lee
were.
has a
And
question.
yes, a question
Okay,
in the
sorry,
back.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm apparently going to be responsible for these taxes, from March of 22.
We're not talking about.
We're not
it today.
gonna. We're not
It's
going.
being
We're not
addressed.
talking about back taxes.
We're talking about 2020.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Thank
So-
you, that's it.
So what is the estimate of what a typical taxpayer is gonna face this year?
You're gonna pay $300.70 for sewer, lights, and hydrants,
Okay.
and you're gonna pay $75.07 for your share of the assessment.
And that'd be like in 2 installments over
Yes,
over
and
the
then
year?
whatever the
Okay.
county assessed your property value at.
Okay.
So it's just everybody's going back on the tax rolls. They always should have been paying,
Right.
and the board was remiss in not making sure that the general manager every year went through the tax roll and made sure everybody was put on.
Mine's about 3,200 a year.
Is it? Okay.
It's up there.
Well, you gotta sell your businesses if you don't wanna pay it.
Huh? Well, who's gonna take them?
Well, just give me all your money, I'll pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. That's right, Wally, and stop griping.
You know, Wally,
So
you can
go
sell
ahead.
them and move into a little house and not have that big of taxes.
Well, I
Not to-
could, but then I could move into my shop and just have one tax.
Correct.
Mr. Kroll.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I just wanna
thinking
make a
about
comment,
that.
so we just
But-
recently did a cost study on the proposed groundwater authority pipeline. My general estimate is it's about $400 a person if they build that pipeline, and for people in Ridgecrest, it's probably gonna, $400 a person in taxes, plus it's gonna double your water bill from about $75 to about $150 a month. That's gonna be the impact on Ridgecrest.
Ooh,
I have no idea what it would be out here. I assume the taxes would be spread evenly because you're in the basin. So one of the things our board is looking at is whether that pipeline is really a good idea, considering it's gonna dump another, if you think the groundwater authority fees are bad, if they replace the groundwater authority fees with what it costs to build the pipeline, even if they get the $150 million,
It's gonna devastate.
it's gonna be, you know, it's $100 a month probably on everybody's water bill.
wow.
Time to leave California, huh?
Everybody in the valley is paying for
So,
that
so this
pipeline.
is what he's telling you. Listen up. If you own a single family resident, I can tell you roughly from the top of my head, your taxes this year are gonna be $758 and change around there. Don't hold me to it. And then if this happens with the ground, yes, that is with sewer, lights, hydrants, your assessment, and whatever the county tells you
Huh.
has assessed your property at. It's gonna be about $758. If they add this on, if this goes through, you can add another $400 on top of that 758. So you're looking at 1158.
Is the 400 only gonna be residents, or will that be just across the board for
Where's
all
the
the
pipeline coming
businesses?
from?
Well, they're gonna build a pipeline that's gonna cost almost $500 million from California City.
They'll never
over
get it
to
through
our system.
environmental. They'll never
Well,
get
we'd
it
like
done.
to hope they don't get through environmental, but, they are through, they're doing the need, I mean, they're
Why don't they-
checking their boxes on that pipeline. They're out there doing surveying on our
Why
plant.
they take it out of Little Lake?
So is this something that's
Well,
gonna
that
cost us?
pipeline is gonna,
If
who's
the-
it gonna benefit?
Right,
It's not gonna
WBGA.
benefit
It's called
everybody in the
Groundwater
valley.
Authority.
It ain't
It's
gonna.
This
paying
is their
for it.
plan.
Every well owner in this
We ain't
valley
gonna
is
be
paying
here
for
any
that
longer. That's
pipeline.
we're getting down
And the
here.
pipeline is going to Ridgecrest.
Well, Inyokern's half.
They're the only ones
right
that
through
are
town.
Battling
It's
court.
gonna go worse.
All the guys that set up the groundwater authority left. They sold out and moved out.
They're
So-
kinda down
We're
for
done.
the appeal. The judge decided that
I'm selling my apartments to you,
they
Roger.
upheld the groundwater authority's injunction to shut their wells off.
Maybe one, maybe.
I'll make a plan around it.
That's not much of a deal.
We are done. Can we just be done? Why are we talking about?
Well,
pay.
But anyway.
I mean, it's relevant.
Yes, it
You know, they can still
it
win.
really is, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
I'm gonna go to one
$30
of their
million
board
cash.
meetings
Yeah.
soon.
You think a
When
farmer
soon
could
as
get
things
paid
quiet
$30 million
down.
to
I haven't
government?
gone,
Well,
Oh, it's hot.
They're gonna go
I have
out
gone
there.
to most of them. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I mean,
also
that's just
on
my
the
personal
policy
opinion,
advisory
but like
committee.
that's.
They don't
You
let me
are?
advise any policy.
They won't
Yeah,
talk to you.
I've been on that committee for 4 years, and they don't let
And
me
you don't
advise.
get to advise anything?
Yeah, the policy advisory committee is not allowed to give advice.
I don't know.
That's part of the rule.
So,
Yeah.
30 million?
Oh,
I'd like
we
to-
have a question.
I'm sorry.
yes, I'd like to know the progress of the repairs at the wall yard.
It's out of the hole, that's all I can tell you.
Is what?
Out of the hole,
Oh, the old machines out of the hole and then the new ones?
ain't got no new one.
No new one yet.
Oh, really?
Ain't gonna have a new one,
Let's
you
let
gotta
this
return
meeting
that
go on.
one.
We should.
Well, maybe
So,
not.
so they're gonna rewind the motor
Maybe
and.
not.
No, they're gonna stick a submersible pump down there.
Oh, that's right. And
And
they-
they're gonna repair what we got.
They're not gonna repair the
Why
old
can't
one.
they?
Oh, okay, so they are,
Well, they're gonna do something.
okay,
You're probably talking 75,000 right now,
okay.
maybe more.
Did we ever get any feedback from the
I
county?
would rather
when
roll them
the
all
county
off
state
the
of
huge amount
emergency?
of it.
Oh, I couldn't hear his
let's do
question.
You've asked if we're gonna hear back from the county on declaring a state of emergency.
I have not heard back. They had a meeting in Bakersfield today.
Cause there was nothing on their agenda for it
I-
to look.
Oh, there was not? Okay,
no
he
agenda
told
for
me
it.
the meeting in Bakersfield was regarding the CSD.
But they got the same
Yes.
problem, they have to publish an agenda 24 hours prior.
Yeah, well, there's no agenda.
Well,
there's
if
no
there's an
minutes.
emergency though, do they have to do it that far in advance?
I don't think so. I think
My
they,
understanding, this is a state matter, not a county matter.
like counties can't necessarily declare emergencies.
But
I
they
don't
can
know.
request it.
But,
Well, okay, so what level is Mr. Peters at?
County.
County.
he's at the county. He's county supervisor.
County supervisor, yes he is.
And I believe in my heart, he's probably gonna tell you to go to state.
He told me that the Board of Supervisors is the one that will declare the state of an emergency.
No, he doesn't have that authority, but the county goes to the state to request a state of emergency. Cause they're
Okay.
next level up.
Okay,
That could be what they're debating is whether they can make the request to the state.
We're gonna have over 110 degree weather shortly,
yes.
and if people start dying, it's not gonna be.
Better freezing to death.
I can tell you this, Indian Wells Valley Water District considers this an emergency. You can call it what you want. We're doing what we can do to help.
Yes.
And, you know, you may not always appreciate us, but you know, this is a
Those times we
community.
really appreciate you
No,
guys.
this is a community, so that, you know, our bulk hauling, our bulk water station is available to residents here if they need to go get water in bulk for animals or whatever. You know, we're trying to haul water to keep the tank full so you can at least push some water out for the heat in the afternoon, so. But we're doing what we'll do, and in a
Thank
typical
you.
emergency, you'll be the hero when they're doing it, and then when it gets done, everybody will throw arrows at me because I spent money that I wasn't supposed to, but that's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I thank you for the
Situation
shower I
normal.
got tonight.
That's my job, that's what I get paid for.
And they are going to be hauling until 10 o'clock tonight,
I
and
know,
then
but I
they'll
didn't
start
know.
again in the morning.
Okay.
We'll keep the water in that
Okay.
tank, yes.
Okay. And did we ever get the free hauling from the
Yes.
other?
Not yet, they're working on it.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I
water should be
think
shut off at 10
They
o'clock.
determined that our tank, okay, so when I had a meeting today, and so they asked me how big our tank was. So I said, I think it's 450,000 gallons of water. And Jesse
Dollywall.
Dollywall?
Yes.
He goes, no, I think that tank's only like 120,000
No.
feet or so. And I said, no. I said, well, Russ tells me we use almost 120,000 gallons a day. And guess what? He went and found the report. And the tank is 430,000 gallons of water.
It's a-
And they're looking at maybe bringing other haulers in for the short term because, well, I don't know, how much water are we putting in there a day?
Well, we're hauling 4,000 gallons a load. I'm sure we got at least 10 loads in today, so that's 40,000 gallons.
40,000, okay.
So between us and, is it Bertrand that's hauling? I don't
Bertrand,
know if they have a
he
bigger,
has 5,000.
5,000,
Yeah.
so, you know,
I think
I think in the,
Hmm?
you know, we can push some water, you know, maybe if you're using 100,000 a day, we're not gonna get to your normal, but at least
Right.
probably have enough for partial day operation, so
Yes.
you're gonna try to fill it up, and then you're gonna turn on the pump that pushes the water out of the houses, 5 or 6 hours or 7 hours, 8 hours a day, and then try to let people, during the hottest part of the day, that would make sense, so people can stay cool and
Yes.
be as safe as possible, and then shut down while we try to keep hauling water in and keep ahead of that until the well gets fixed. If they get the well pulled and they put a temporary submersible pump, that should probably get you guys pretty close to sort of quasi-normal operation, is that correct?
Yeah,
I mean,
and that fix the well.
you still need to be under a boil permit, and then it's a matter of figuring out if you guys got the money to get the well fixed.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
And that's the important thing about the state of emergency, because if they do declare that, there's both state and federal money available to pay for those kind of things.
Yeah, we can get both wells fixed.
What about?
Yes.
Well, I will just say too, that we had a discussion with the, state regulators today, and, we did I think you guys have talked to them as well, and told them we thought it was an emergency. We thought the state should go out and start seeking emergency funds to help you guys out, to include, help pay for the stuff that we're doing, and the stuff that Bertrand's doing, and the stuff that Garrison's doing, and, all the people that are helping out, and, you never get nothing warm and fuzzy back from the state, but they're at least out looking for some money.
Yes.
Was the resolution that we pulled regarding the Navy help pull it all or no?
No, the
well-
Navy, I talked to the Navy. The Navy said that the water that they're pumping out of that well is not potable. It's also not legal to be transported off base. We tried to tell them that there's a boil water in effect, et cetera, et cetera. And we got the usual, well, I'll talk to the commander and he'll talk to the lawyer, and then we'll go round and round, and
Yeah.
we got nowhere with the Navy.
There's a resolution. They have
I saw the agreement.
Yeah,
I
he did.
told them about the agreement. They
have
they
the
just don't-
environmental thing done and everything.
How much
they
would be in
they
charge
just
for
stonewalled
water
me on it.
behind
I called them and talked
Because
to them.
it's right out
Well,
the
maybe they
connection
can pay
with
for
the, right at the north.
I
corner.
can
Well,
only tell you what
hopefully, but right
I
now,
called
Mr.
them and they told me
Bertrand is
no.
charging
Keep
us
in mind, the problem is,
$500 a
they'll
load.
make the decision here.
IWV is gonna wait, they're
Southwest
not gonna
region,
pressure us
'cause they don't
to
control
pay
any
them
of that
right
stuff here
now.
locally.
But
Whenever a commander says I'm gonna
Bertrand
go
wants to
talk
pay.
to a
He
lawyer.
called today for my
give it up.
address.
Why did they make the deal then?
Don't brush your teeth, they'll save water. Yeah, take it
Well, on the serious, I did talk to the state today, and they really want us to make sure that everybody understands. We are trying to keep water in this community by all these people hauling it in here. We don't want you to water flowers, trees, or
They don't get no
plants.
water out there, do they?
What's that?
We're putting them mirrors in.
Oh, no,
people-
guess what? Okay, that's the other thing I need to share with you guys. We did talk to, R&B Electric, and they are going to get their water from Ridgecrest.
Well,
Okay.
that's a to be determined.
Oh,
Is it-
they did not decide yet?
Well, they called us, but this is me being legal guy. We're for emergencies for people to keep them cool, to keep a construction project going. Nobody's gonna die out there at that
Right.
construction project.
No,
They
yeah.
shut down.
Put it on
So-
hold.
Thank you.
So I know they think they're important.
But
So
they're not.
we've called the groundwater authority and said, if you're willing to waive the fees, cause we're gonna pay, like they're gonna get water dirt cheap from us, and we're gonna pay $2,000 an acre foot for water they're getting for $200 an acre foot. So that's a bill on us when we're already incurring costs that we would rather not incur, but we're doing it for the right reasons. Just keeping your construction project doesn't rise to my level of emergency.
Yes.
So if the groundwater authority is kind and says we'll waive the fees on that water for that construction project, we'll give them all the water they want. But
George, are they gonna be driving out to get the water from you, or are
they
you
would
gonna
be,
drive
they would
it
be
in?
hauling, they would be.
They would
they're
be
asking
hauling
for
it.
So now they
place
have
and
street
they'd
legal
meter it,
trucks.
but like,
Yes.
They always had
your
'em.
construction project is not my
No,
emergency, your
they
people
weren't.
are.
The only
They
thing
don't own
is,
them
we
trucks.
have never
I'm telling you,
charged
Wally,
them
when you guys
extra
had that
fees for the
meeting,
groundwater
Christine
authority.
Larson and
We
the other
should've
two
been
guys,
charging
one was
them
sitting there
extra fees.
and one was sitting there. I
That's
heard
right.
her
That's right.
and the guy
I'm gonna call
talking.
them and
He
find
said,
out
why
how
don't we
much
just
fees
go to
they're
the well
charging.
yard
The
and get the
groundwater
water?
authority charges
She said our
$2,000.
trucks aren't
Yeah, that's
street
not
legal.
right, because they're renting
She
them
is the head of Baker Electric.
I'm
She's
telling
the one
you,
who said it.
they're renting them trucks, and if they're not legal or not, that's not their fault.
LV, the initial trucks, the original trucks that they brought in, were they street legal?
It's like a
Who's the-
I know.
Well, I wouldn't be able to charge them.
They ain't got no junk, they got,
Well, they're charging
They
us
weren't
for it,
street
so
legal.
we're supposed to turn around.
Oh,
and charge
no,
them.
They didn't wanna spend the money, they wanted to keep them on site.
So they're gonna stop pumping from the hydrant. and they're gonna come to the yard and get it.
No, they're not gonna do, they're gonna go
They're,
to
they're not
Ridgecrest.
gonna, they're not
They
getting,
wanna
right?
buy the water from us in Ridgecrest, we're trying to work out a deal.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So they're gonna stop pumping here totally.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let me tell you how that works. We have an ordinance that says water may not be brought into the township of Inyokern. If somebody wants water, they have to get it from us. Because we are in an emergency situation and we cannot provide them water, then we give them permission to go elsewhere
Okay, so
and
they're
get water.
not gonna be pumping from us anymore.
They
for
will
now.
not pump from us
They ain't
anymore.
got no water.
Well, we don't want them pumping the water that we just put in
Well,
that
that ain't
tank.
gonna work.
Yeah.
So that's, we secured that connection to their site, didn't we?
Yeah,
About a
they're
week ago or
down,
something?
they can't get no water until we
Okay.
give them the okay.
They're locked out, they're locked out.
Okay.
You did lock them out? Who locked them out?
Nobody, they still have the
We
meter,
are
they
going
can
to,
turn it on.
we will lock them out tomorrow, okay?
Because I'll guarantee
Okay.
you, the first thing that's gonna pop into my mind, if I was them, is, hey, do it, and if they catch me, what do they gotta do tonight?
Well, they must know they're
No,
locked
they-
out because they went to Indian Wells Valley.
No, they called me today and asked me if, they could get water elsewhere, and then I talked to Ken, Silliman, and, he said they would have to go through the normal procedures for getting water from Ridgecrest.
But that doesn't mean to stop, what I'm saying is, double check that they're not.
We're gonna, I'll have Russ lock the meter out tomorrow.
I
Either
thought
that or
Russ-
bring it home.
I thought he did that last week.
I thought he
First
did
He
too.
time.
told you he locked it out?
That's what I heard.
The fire hydrant's still on,
Okay.
so whatever water gets to that fire hydrant, they have access to.
Okay.
And if they
Well,
wanna
That's
say
not
they're
the way
not
I
pumping
understood
it
it.
out of there, unless
well, we'll
somebody has
take
eyes
it,
on
we
it.
will take care of that first thing in the morning, okay? Okay.
Okay, before we hear any other bad news, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
I'll
I'm
second
hungry.
that motion.
Okay,
I'm
all
wore
in
out.
favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned.
Thank
Okay.
you. Now we can just talk about whatever.
Yeah, now we can talk, now
Thank you
we
so
can talk
much.
freely.
Appreciate all your help.
So I'll just
Oh, that's
take
okay.
notes, you know.
And she had us on video.
Oh, yes, okay, so I'll give
Oh, yeah.
that.
So,
I'll give that.
now I'm gonna give you this back. I
Oh,
don't
yes,
know-
yes, I need to put that
And,
back
and I
away.
don't know if I need these.
they
Do
have
I
any
need
idea
these?
what
No,
Okay.
these are mine,
Okay.
and so,
Hmm?
let's see. 502.